Gamer. Hello everyone, good afternoon, morning, whatever time of day it is. I'm your friendly neighborhood Hakias, and today I am opening another Universal Yums box. I'm very excited about this. I love these boxes. They're full of wonderful snacks and cool information about other countries. So, today's box is the Emerald of the Equator. So let's open this up. And it's Indonesia. It's got the Indian Ocean, Malaysia, games on the back. The Javan hawk eagle is the national bird of Indonesia. How about that? And let's see, you got Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia, and the place where your gummy noodles are made. Ooh, gummy noodles. The island has its own unique species of tiger, rhino, and elephant. Kalimantan. This enormous mosque holds up to 45,000 people. Sulawesi. I'm always mangling these names. I'll just apologize now and I'll stop worrying about it because that's all I can do. Where most Indonesian coconuts are grown before they're made into yums like the bing bang. That'll be interesting. Balinese Hindus perform a traditional dance at the Cliffside Temple every day at 6 p.m. in Bali. On the Komodo, home to the world-famous Komodo dragon. Papua, home to the world's largest gold mine. And there's Papua New Guinea. So here's our little booklet on Indonesia that I will be reading between the unboxing and the taste test portion of today's video. Alright, let's see what we've got here. We've got Jagung Presto corn, Dua Kalinci, garlic flavor. That'll be fun. Garlic popcorn, maybe? I don't know. Tig Tag snack. Tapioca snack. Grilled beef, artificially flavored. That'll be interesting. Rasa Sapi Pandan. Grilled beef flavor. Never had a grilled beef flavor snack before, so I'm excited about that. Cassava crackers. No cholesterol. Black pepper flavored. And we've got Yuppie, fruit-flavored snacks. Cool. Millie Moos. So they're Millie Moos, they're fruit snacks of some sort. They've got a nutrition information sticker on the back too, I guess because if you look at it right here, so you got this in English, and Callie's gonna help us out. Hi Callie, how you doing? You looking for some trouble? You can't have any of this, at least not yet. But there is a nutrition information, but it's all in another language. Actually, I'm not sure what language they speak in Indonesia. I should look that up. We got Yuppie gummy noodles. It looks like somebody made ramen out of gummies, which is kind of cool. Here's the back. We got a yum bag, of course, with all kinds of stuff inside there. And we got Bang Bang White, 4 delicious tastes in one bite. Wafer, cream, white chocolate, and coconut. And we got vanilla layer cake, Pandan flavor. Whatever flavor that is, I don't know what that flavor is. That's new. Alright, and then we got Deca wafer rolls, choco banana, that sounds tasty. And we've got jumbo cheese and cheese wafer rolls. Oh, I'm not holding it right. There you go. Cheese and cheese, Deca jumbo. So they like to make wafer stuff. And then we've got, oh, this is a big old box. This takes up most of my box today. Coffee Joy Indulgent Irresistible Coffee Biscuit. Well, that all sounds delicious, and that's everything in the box. So when I rejoin you in a few minutes, it'll be less than a few seconds from your perspective, of course, but you know how I do. So when I rejoin you, I will know more about all of these things that I can share with you, and it will be fun and exciting. All right, let's do it. Okay, and I'm back. So, before I get to the taste test, I just wanted to do a little bit here about Indonesia. So, what you're looking at, of course, here is an image of a section of the globe of the Earth. If you're like me, you're really bad at geography. So, I went ahead and looked up where is Indonesia, just for my own information, and I thought I'd share it with you too. So, Indonesia is north of Australia. As far as I can tell, it is really kind of this section. You see, there's the big island that's like straight up if you follow the line from Australia, and that's Papua New Guinea. So to the left of that whole section of islands there, especially the little like upside down V-shaped thing, that's Indonesia. Now we know. All right, and this is an image of Borobudur Temple. I'm sure I mangled that name too, which is the 9th century architectural marvel that's the world's largest Buddhist temple, complete with 2,672 sculpted panels and 504 Buddha statues. Visitors ascend through 3 levels that represent the spheres of the universe in Buddhism: Cabbitude, desire; Rubadatu, forms; and finally Arupadatu, formlessness, which leads to nirvana, the ultimate state of spiritual awakening. There's just a little more Indonesia for ya. All right, and then we'll hide that, and there's me. Hi, it's me. All right, now we're gonna try some stuff. So first up, we have the Papatonk cassava, black pepper cassava crackers. So when I looked at this before, I thought cassava was the brand maybe, but it's actually the shrub that these crackers come from. So according to this, the cassava shrub grows an underground vegetable called appropriately a cassava. Because of how it's grown, cassava is commonly called the tropical potato. So they don't do potato chips as much as in Indonesia. They do cassava crackers. It's locally called the krupuk. And according to this, it's similar to potatoes in that it should not be eaten raw. But I've heard stories of people eating raw potatoes. I bit into a raw potato once, and I'm like, this doesn't taste good. I don't want to eat a raw potato. Cook my potato. But I didn't know you couldn't or shouldn't eat potatoes raw, and I don't know how much that applies to these crackers either. Let's see if I can figure out how to get into this package. I'm gonna need a pair of scissors, I think. Nope, there it goes. All right, so we pull it out. And here's what she looks like. I'm really bad at this, like looking at the screen thing. So this is a cracker looking kind of thing. It's like a combination between a cracker and a potato chip. And it kind of tastes like a black pepper potato chip. It's thicker than a normal potato chip. So, what I'm looking for. So the crunch is a little bit different from a potato chip, but it tastes really good, and it tastes a lot like a potato chip. That's a good one. Next up, we have the Bang Bang white wafer. Right here. Ta-da. Indonesia is a country that produces the most coconuts in the world. So it's one of the most common ingredients in the country's cuisine. It shows up everywhere, including in this candy bar. Get the lighting to cooperate. You can see that we kind of got wafer thing. It's got like a little cardboard bit, I guess, to keep it from breaking. It's probably pretty fragile. Not that fragile. I can't snap it really easily. All right, let's take a bite of this. It's got white chocolate, cream filling, and coconut. Not bad. The coconut flavor doesn't come in until late, and I'm not a huge fan of white chocolate, and that's what you start with. So I like it after a minute, White chocolate is just kind of eh. I'd rather it was probably regular chocolate or more coconut even. All right, so next up is garlic presto corn. So neither corn nor garlic, garlic presto corn. Yeah, I said that right. When I was reading this earlier, I read garlic pesto corn, and I was like, oh, there's pesto in here too. I don't know. But it's garlic presto corn. I misread while I was on my own. Good job. So neither corn nor garlic is from Indonesia. They didn't have corn until the 16th century when Portuguese settlers brought it over. And garlic is native to China, but ancient traders brought it to Indonesia while they were on the Silk Road. So then they, I guess, put it together and made a snack and put it in this foil bag. Man, the Indonesians do not want you getting into your snack packages. I have a pair of scissors to open this with now. And then I realize there's a tear here notch in the bag. I'm off to a terrific start. They look like little corn nuggets, like, oh, there's a cereal this reminds me of, but I cannot think of what it's called right now. Not corn puffs. A little like corn puffs maybe, but smaller. I don't know. Anyway, it does look, it also kind of looks like little miniature popcorns, not full-size popcorn, interestingly. And it tastes, got a good crunch. It tastes like popcorn if you put garlic on it and not enough garlic and not much else. So it's not bad. Use a little salt maybe, or a little more garlic maybe, just something to make the flavor pop a little bit better. You can taste the corn, but it's not strong enough. All right, so next up is the Deca Choco Banana Wafer. Right here. So there are over 300 unique varieties of bananas in Indonesia. Bananas originated in Indonesia, and over the past 10,000 years, some downright wacky types have developed. There's pisang mas, excuse me, golden banana, which is just about the size of your finger, but packs a hugely sweet flavor, often compared to honey. There is pisang susu merah, the red milk banana, which has an eye-catching red peel, pink pulp, and a sweet creamy flavor. Pisang kapok is, I'm sorry if I'm mangling these. I know I said I was going to apologize once and move on, but I'm sorry. Anyway, pisang kapok is perfect for Indonesia's uber popular banana fritters, while pisang batu isn't so tasty. It's filled with inedible seeds, so it's usually reserved for birds. This is a vanilla wafer roll with chocolate and banana cream filling, and that sounds amazing to me. I'm very excited to eat this. So here's what the packaging looks like of an individual wafer roll. If I can get the shadow right, there you go. And here's what the wafer looks like. I mean, it just looks like a wafer roll. Oh my gosh. You can taste the banana before you bite down, and the chocolate comes in at the perfectly exact right time, and the vanilla wafer is a very good complement of texture. That's amazing. That's really good. I like that a lot. So next up we have Yuppie Noodles, which I said looked like ramen earlier. This is a novelty gummy dish. We'll talk more about what that means for Indonesia in a minute. But so this is not based on ramen. This is based on mie goreng, Indonesia's most common noodle dish. Made with thin noodles pan-fried in garlic, onions, and chicken or beef, then topped with a fried egg. It's served everywhere. Street vendors, high-end restaurants, homes. They have microwave versions. This doesn't taste like the normal mie goreng. This is a sour noodle. If I can get into it. Here we go. Or a sour gummy. So let's just take a bite off of this. So this is just one of the noodles. And it's a particularly well textured gummy worm, basically. Sour gummy worm. That's pretty good. I like that. All right, and here is vanilla pandan layer cake. Light won't kill your ability to look at it. So pandan is a category of plants native to Southeast Asia. For centuries, ancient Indonesians used its leaves to make everything from roofs to ropes to baskets to boat sails. The one particular species had an especially pleasant aroma, so they started cooking with it, and then they met the Dutch East India Trade Company and learned more cooking techniques. And today, the flavor is so essential in Asian cooking that it's earned the title Vanilla of the East. So this is a pandan flavored cake filled with light cream to make this green treat. Well, I ripped it in half, but it's a green and brown cake. Honestly, it tastes a little like vanilla. It's like a vanilla cream cake. That's pretty good too. All right. Next up, the Tic Tac snack, grilled beef. So the first thing you need to know is that this looks like breakfast cereal, but don't eat it like breakfast because it's coated in a savory beef seasoning. It is vegetarian. This is not made with real beef, which makes sense. Okay, so I'll get to this in a minute. Real meat. So these are crunchy nuggets, so tiny and so why do they look like this? They are often sprinkled on soup to add a beefy flavor and a delicious crunch, and because they're made from tapioca, so they wanted it to look like tapioca. So I was a bit confused when I saw a beef flavored treat in here, because the Hindus see cows as sacred. And then I was like, well, maybe that's just India, not Indonesia, but we'll see later that the Indonesians also have Hindus. Oh, I just threw one on the floor. Callie will find it. I'm having a hard time showing these off. So they're just little tiny white balls, and they're gonna roll away. Callie also approves. And yeah, they taste like a little crunchy cracker, flavored cracker. It does seem like it would be really good on a soup, to add some crunch and a little bit more beef flavor. All right, so next up, Deca Jumbo cheese and cheese wafer. So these are cheese cookies. And Indonesians used to trade with the Dutch. The Dutch love cheese, so the Indonesians also love cheese. Everybody just loves cheese. I don't think you need a reason to love cheese. The Indonesians particularly like kue keju, crunchy cookies made with the famous Dutch Gouda cheese. Crispy wafer cookie is filled to the brim with sweet creamy cheese. And I can smell the cheese. And here again, it just looks like a wafer cookie thing. That is very different. I think I would like it more if it was more like a cream cheese instead of a Gouda cheese. But it's pretty good too. All right, what else we got here? We got the Mayora Coffee Joy. So the word Java comes from Indonesia. We saw that on that map earlier, that Java is a place in Indonesia. So it's the country's central island where most of the world's coffee was grown during the 1700s. And they're actually still renowned for their coffee. So coffee joy cookies. Get in here. They separated these out into 2 packages. So this is like feels like a foil covered plastic package to keep the cookies safe. And that's what it is. And there's some thin cookies in here. All right. They're cracker sized. Oh, well, it broke in half. That's okay. I didn't want to eat a whole one anyway. So this is about half of a cookie. You can see the bottom half is missing here. And this supposedly has a light and sweet coffee flavor that even non-coffee drinkers like. I do drink coffee, but I drink more creamer coffee sometimes, it seems. They're very fragile. I just broke this without even trying. It's a little like a coffee graham cracker, actually. A little thinner. Oh, and there's the coffee right at the end is where the coffee really comes in, and that is they're right, that is some sweet coffee flavor. That's very good. Not too strong, not too bitter. That is exceptional coffee flavor. All right, and finally, before we get into the yum bag, we have the Yuppie Millie Mousse. Yuppie Millie Mousse. All right, so this is where this has a fruity, creamy, cow-shaped gummy. Millie Mousse is a cow reference. Millions of Indonesians, especially those that live on the island of Bali, practice Hinduism. Cows are sacred, and they have a Gopastami, a cow-themed holiday. So you don't actually eat cows, but you do eat beef-flavored tapioca balls. But they don't have real beef in them. And I this sucker. Got some scissors. So there's some scissors. See if I can hold this up for you. This looks like a creamy grape cow gummy. Try it. Like a normal gummy to me, which isn't bad. Normal gummies are good too. All right, and then we get into the yum bag. Grab out one of everything I need to try here. 3 different things in here. Oh, no, I grabbed 2 of one of these. All right. So let's start with Parago's Melon Milk Chewy Candy. This is another cow thing, and this is a honeydew flavored or a cantaloupe flavored gummy with some cream flavor in it. And you can, you're probably not gonna be able to tell from here. Let me hold it up. So, green on the outside and white on the inside. So we're gonna get that melon flavor and that cream flavor. Candies that combine milk and fruit are insanely popular in Indonesia. So. And they weren't lying. You can taste a lot of cantaloupe right at the beginning. Kind of get a creamy flavor after that. That's pretty good. All right, next up we have Gloss Tamarind Candy. which comes from Indonesia's most versatile tree. In Indonesia, every part of the tree is used for something different. The wood is perfect for making chairs and chopping blocks. The leaves reduce joint pain. The seeds are used to make glue. And the fruit you can put on your forehead and it'll ease your headache. The pulp, you can rub it on your silverware. And your spoons will shine. That's actually how the Indonesian Buddhists polish their statues. Or you can add it to your food for a sour flavor. Like a Werther's. I don't taste any sour. Well, let's give it a second. Because some of this Indonesian food has been, the flavors come in late. There it is. It doesn't, I can't really say it tastes like anything, but it tastes good. I guess it tastes like tamarind. Save that for later. That's a hard candy. And last but not least, we have the Yuppie Cola Burger. This candy is confusing, according to the notes I have here. The notes that they gave me in the booklet. Why is it shaped like a burger? Why does it taste like cola? Why does it even exist? So apparently gummies, there's a specific chemical in seaweed, carrageenan, which has been used to make gummies since the late 20th century. Indonesia has a whole lot of seaweed, which means their gummy market has exploded. So they have, the Yuppie has created this whole line of novelty sweets, from candy pizza to gummy hot dogs. So they chose the wackiest one they could find, and that is cola flavored burger gummy. This ought to be interesting. It tastes like cola. And cola is a flavor better reserved for drinks than candy, in my humble opinion. Not bad. It's just, I'd rather drink a soda. I'm probably going to go drink a soda now, actually, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, cola flavor, give me a soda. But yeah, so those are all of my Indonesian treats that I got in this month's Universal Yums box. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've learned something. I hope you are you want to learn more about some of these countries. Done these for, try some of these foods. One of the things that I think is cool that maybe wouldn't matter as much to me if I wasn't such a nerd is the Garuda. Is an Indonesian bird, a regal-looking Indonesian bird. It's a legendary bird in Hindu mythology that symbolizes strength. And this particular Garuda is special because it has 8 feathers on its tail, 17 on each wing, 19 beneath the shield, and 45 on its neck, which signifies August 17th, 1945, the day Indonesia declared its independence from the Dutch. But what I think is cool about the Garuda is, despite this regal-looking bird, if you play Final Fantasy, if you're a big Final Fantasy fan like I am, you've seen Garudas in Final Fantasy all over the place, and they are not regal-looking birds. They're really dumb kind of looking birds. I don't know if that's them trying to say something about Indonesia or what, but that's a thing. I recognize the name Garuda from Final Fantasy, so I thought I'd just share that with you. But that is all I have for you today. I hope you have a beautiful day, and until next time, may all of your paths be paved with hexagonal stones. And this is the part where I do a quick shout out to all of my beautiful patrons. Go to my Patreon, linked in the description below, and sign up for as little as $1 a month to join them in helping me make more videos like this.